Hello everyone! Today we're updating what's going on with Project Pan. As you probably know if you're watching my channel, you know that I'm a pretty avid project panner, and I started with a bunch of products in the beginning of the year, and it's been almost 3 months since my last update, so there's actually such a ton of changes that we need to cover. I don't think I've made an update with this many finished products. Let's start kind of in the order that approximately in the order that I introduced these last time. So first, the base. The base was finished, of course, because I carried it over from 2019 and there is very little left, and finally it's done. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, Broad Spectrum SPF 30 in Opal 01. I think I will go down a shade, but I will definitely be repurchasing this. This is a standout product, a hero product for me. It has very light coverage. It has a very lightweight texture. It's undetectable on skin. It is a bit moisturizing, but not too moisturizing. Natural finish, natural to luminous, and it has SPF 30. I mean, an ideal product. I will definitely be buying this again. I really enjoyed using it. Right now I have a few light coverage foundations and tinted moisturizers that I need to get through before I move on to repurchasing this guy. But this guy is very impressive. I enjoyed it a lot. In terms of concealer, I already used up a concealer from Tarte. This is Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer. I think it was in the color Fair. It's completely done. I think this is a nice concealer. It's a bit dry for me. It did wear reasonably well, but on my dry skin, I do need a hydrating concealer. If the concealer is fairly dry, like this one, then it starts breaking apart actually faster rather than slower on dry skin. That's what dry skin does. It eats up product and flakes it off and looks scaly. and this is kind of what happened with this guy. But I know my skin, and I know that this is actually a decent product, and in the summer it works better for me. The color was a bit light. At this point I did have a little bit of darkening in my skin over the last 2 years. I'm not sure why. I think it's more hormonal. I have been using SPF 30 to 50 for years very consistently on a daily basis. So this Tarte guy was good, but I wouldn't repurchase it. If you have oilier skin type though, this might be something to look into. I think it would wear well. Like, I don't have oily skin, but from what I know about how products for different skin types function on mine, I think it's probably going to be better for oilier skin types. In terms of powder, I really haven't finished the one that I started, which is the Guerlain Meteorites Mini in 01 Temps Rosé. It's the first color, the lightest one, has some corrective pearls in there, yellows, greens, beiges, pinks. It's a very nice setting powder. If we're being strict, it's a finishing powder. It's marketed as a finishing powder, but for me this is a great setting powder, and that's how I use it. I use it as a setting powder, and because again of my dry skin, this guy is going to probably last me a really long time. Last year I did finish a huge tub of meteorites. I'm expecting to probably go through meteorites at the rate of 1 tub a year approximately, and I'll continue doing that. This is probably going to be gone within the next, I suspect, 6 months, and then I'll start working on another one. This blush has been finished, and well, of course it was finished because it was a carryover from 2019 and there's really not a lot left. This is Lipstick Quin Frog Prince Cream Blush, and it is absolutely and entirely devoured and demolished. Last year I kind of had a realization that I actually have zero interest in color changing products. I want for my products to be the color that they're going to be on skin, and that's what I'm looking for. This was really beautiful. I love the texture. The wear time was really good. I would recommend the formula, and I would actually consider repurchasing this formula, but not in color changing shades, just in a regular blush shade. So I'll look into it maybe, but for now I have plenty of blushes, so this is not such a favorite that it would be a repurchase. This was given to me by my husband's cousin. This is Thrive Cosmetics, not cosmetics, cosmetics, because they have a cause. Brilliant Eye Brightener in the color Stella. I used it as an eye base. It was pretty much full when I included it in this project, and I entirely used it up. I used it as an eye base, and I used it as a cheek and nose highlighter. That's why it went so fast. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything particularly special. It wasn't bad. It was nice. Not something I would consider repurchasing either, unfortunately. The eye palette. This is actually going surprisingly well. Generally, I struggle with eye products because eyeshadow is something that I go through very, very slowly. This particular Guerlain Quin is called Palette 5 Couleurs in the color 06 Bois des Indes. It was nearly full when I started, and now as you can see, 3 of the shades have pan on them, which is more than I've ever done with eyeshadows in 3 months. I'm thinking I'll probably use up these 3 shades, and that will be the end of the palette, because this greenish color, which I thought would be my favorite, is actually a bit crumbly with very weak payoff, so I'm not really interested in it. And this shade I mostly use not even as a liner, but as a brow tint powder. And I probably won't keep it past these 3 shades right here being finished. But, you know, I'm working on it. I'm suspecting probably by summertime it is going to potentially be done. I am going to apply myself here. Another eye product that was a shocker to me, because it's just last year that I discovered that I like tapping glitter on my lids. And it doesn't look bad or weird or unprofessional, mostly because I don't have a lot of lid space, as you can see. So it's not really kapow, but it gives you a little twinkle. A little bit of glitter, daytime glitter with very minimal makeup actually looks kind of cute to me, and it's a look and I like it. I like it, okay? Back off, I like it. So that's what I've been wearing. I've been wearing more glitters. Really gentle, good quality glitters. Look fantastic, even on, you know, past 30 kind of faces. I would encourage you guys to try it. Go for it. I mean, live your life. Live your best life. Don't shy away from glitter if that's something you want to wear. This was Steel and Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the color Smoldering Satin, and I actually finished it up. I would repurchase these. I look into them. I have a few glitters right now that I'm using actively, so I don't feel like I'm missing out. But eventually I will probably buy more of these Stila ones, mostly because of the ease of application. These are super easy to use. They hold well. They don't flake all over the face, and they don't require any kind of special glitter glue to make them work. It just works. It just works well. It's an easy glitter to use. So super impressed, and I would consider repurchasing that one. It's not often that I am really stoked about products like that. So I was surprised by finishing up a glitter. I'm like, okay, who are you? What's going on? What is life? Then an eye pencil that I've been repurchasing for years. This is nothing new, pretty much, and every year a couple of those I go through. This is Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips Custom Eye Enhancing Eyeliner Trio. This is Nude Eyes, and this was a shimmery mid-brown. I finished it up, of course, as I do with these pencils. I love them. And I am replacing it with another Physicians Formula pencil. This is slightly different, and this formula I like even more. This is Physicians Formula Gel Eyeliner Trio, so slightly different name, but basically it's a very similar formula. Why I like this one more is because of the matte consistency. This is a really good brown liner. It's what I have on my eyes lining my upper lash line today, and keep in mind that's been 16 hours. It's been a 16-hour wear on my eyeballs, and this is what it looks like after a 16-hour day. So these guys, they're long wearing, they're beautiful, they're not smudging, they're not fading, they're easy to apply. They're gel eyeliners, so if you want a smudgy eye, you have to either work really fast or just get yourself a Kajal, which is the kind of pencil that will work best with those smudgy looks. This one, though, is going to give you a pretty precise, beautiful line, and it's going to stay. These are so good. I really don't need anything better because I can't see how a liner could do better, honestly. I have this Bite Beauty lipstick in the project, and I included it last time, and I wasn't sure how well that was going to go. This is Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in the color Kava. This is an interesting grayish purple. Reads like a gray nude, or grayish, I should say, on my complexion. Such an interesting pick, and I've been loving dabbing it onto the lips in a very thin layer to sort of just give them a little pigment and a little wash of that purpley gray, which looks really interesting and classic, I think. And the other use that I've been having for this lipstick is actually as a cheek product, and I use it as a cheek product that I would use in one step. So I would have a little bit of a a brush like this Makeup Forever one with the dual length bristles. And then I'd stipple it on the backs of my cheeks as a contour slash blush sort of deal. And this is a color that works very well for that purpose. It's gorgeous and I've been really enjoying it. I'm not sure if I would buy this particular color again, but I've been buying Amuse Bouche lipsticks for years, so this is not news to me that I like the formula. And I've used a decent amount of it, given especially the oddness of the color. In terms of gloss, I've been really pedaling it down on this Vapor Beauty guy. This is Vapor Elixir Plumping Gloss and Trust. As you can see, more than halfway done. I have about this much left and I'll be finishing it up in the next couple of months. This is a perfect nude shade for me. I might repurchase it because of the shade. It's a very beautiful nude shade. Slightly peachy, slightly pinky, just super wearable. I really like the color. This is a gloss for lovers of clean beauty and glosses that are absolutely not sticky. This is not sticky at all. There's zero stickiness to it. It doesn't really travel around the lip line, at least for me, but it's not a long wearing gloss. You do have to reapply. So it depends on how much you hate stickiness, because stickiness in a gloss is what makes it stay longer. I like a medium sticky kind of gloss, meaning that non-sticky glosses and oils are fine. But I do prefer that staying power that's going to stick around for at least a couple of hours. This has gone much faster than that. I do like it, and especially the color. The color is fantastic for me, but I'm not entirely sure if I would be repurchasing. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. I'm including this guy. Well, this is an interesting pick because I'm not really sure what other people might use it for. In reality, this is a cream, very subtle cream highlighter in gold. It's Bare Minerals Candlelight Glow Illuminator in Gold Obsession. I have hit pan on this cream product because I've surprisingly been using this yellow gold color, which is not usually my jam, a lot. But sheared out and used as a primer all over the face, this is really not yellow. This creates this really nice, healthy looking, beautiful lit from within glow. It's not shiny at all. It just looks quite glowy on a dry skin. So if you have dry skin, something like that might be good. It's like putty cream in texture. And so I've been wearing this all over the face in a very thin layer for illumination, and then using pinpoint concealing and under eye concealing alone without any foundation. I think it's useless if you're going to put foundation over it. You're not going to get any of that effect of a healthy naked skin. And this is the kind of effect you get with this. This is what's on my face today, and the next product, this powder, is on top of it. So I applied this, and then I applied the powder, and then I reapplied powder about 10 to 12 hours into the wear time. And it's looking pretty fresh, honestly. I really can't complain. I think this is an interesting pick. I will use it up. I'm not entirely sure that it would be something that would be a permanent fixture in my makeup routine though. So the powder that I was mentioning is this powder by Physicians Formula. As I said, if it's a drugstore product, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be Physicians Formula. Their shade range usually sucks, but their textures are fantastic and very luxurious most of the time. Not all of the time, but most of the time. They do make really nicely textured products, and I'm a texture fiend. I love a good texture. And this is a soft, slightly powdery formula of a light coverage powder foundation, basically. This is Physicians Formula, the Healthy Powder SPF 16. Odd number, but I'll take any kind of SPF in a powder that I can get. I have hit pan, as you can see. And I do enjoy wearing it. It really reminds me of their talc-free powder. But if I had to choose one, I probably would choose the talc-free over this one. And I've been repurchasing the talc-free powder forever. Both of them have a bulky package. This one's slightly cuter, but still very cheap to the touch. This is a good powder. I'll finish it off. If it's on sale, I'd grab it, but I think I do prefer my talc-free powder a little bit more. I have had this little guy in this project last time, and this is Vapor Beauty Aura Multi-Use Stick in Courtesan. And it was a good pick for winter. It's a nice berry red shade, which is perfect for winter. Very beautiful and worked very well for me. And I actually used up quite a bit of it in the 3 months that I've been using it. It was new when I initially opened it. And I have quite a bit of it left too. But I'm thinking this is not a color that I would want to use in the spring. So I am actually going to do a switcheroo, retire this one back into my makeup collection or makeup stash, I guess. And so this one is going to go back into my small pile of blushes, and instead I will basically replace it with an equivalent product, also from Vapor Beauty, also an Aura multi-use stick, but the color is Intrigue. And I think this is a much better color choice for spring and summer because it's peachy bronze with gold sheen. And it is a very easy color to pull off. It can be used as a blush highlighter sort of duo, where the other one was matte. So for spring and summer skin, I think this will be a really, really good color. And I have not very much left, so I will be using it up fairly soon, I'm thinking. And because the color is so beautiful and so easy to pull off, it's just going to be a go-to. And it has been, because I've been thinking about replacing the Courtesan with Intrigue. This one I believe was sent to me for review. I don't think anything else. I'm looking right now. Yeah, nothing else except for the multi-stick and the lip gloss. Everything else I bought myself. Because I used up this Thrive stick for the eyes, I am replacing it with another one, and this one is my preferred formula. This is the formula that I have bought before and I will be buying again. This is Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in Au Naturel, and this is a sort of a nude beige matte. So I'll be using it as a base for longevity. Their shimmer shadows in this stick format are my absolute favorites. I love using them and I will continue buying them again. I'll go through a few cream shadows in my stash and then definitely go back to the caviar sticks. They're just the best so far. I have not found anything I enjoy much more than that. Recently, I've been geeking out on makeup sprays. So fixing sprays are good, but usually I like something more hydrating because I do have dry skin, as we have already established time and time again. So I decided that it's time to start including sprays into my project pan, and this time around it's a MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime spray. This one is in a coconut flavor. It's really pretty packaging, limited edition at some point, and I've used up more than half of it. I've been really going through sprays. I've been really into sprays, not just for makeup setting, but for prepping, for toner, everything I like in a spray format for some reason. I don't know why. It's just what I like nowadays, and I'm going with it. So I do try to stay on the hydrating side of things and not dry out my already dehydrated skin. The last thing that I'm including is another liner, but this is a gel liner. And if this Physicians Formula one is a dark brown, as you can see on me today, this guy is a reddish brown, which I want to play with a reddish liner a little bit more because I do have green eyes and red against green looks kind of cool. So I do want to play with it. I'm not entirely sure that this guy will be making it long term in my project pan, but I want to give it a go. It's Clinique Brush On Cream Liner in 01 Black Honey, very famous color, reddish brown, kind of dark, but not that dark. And I've definitely dipped into it, but it's fairly full. I'm going to give myself a task to try and use it up. We'll see how it goes, but it's an unconventional color for me to use for a liner. I know it's not that exciting, but usually my liners are brown or black and that's it. And I don't play around with liner colors. So this is a bit of a foray into a more exciting reddish side of things. We'll see how this goes, but I have high hopes. So this is the stuff that's been going on. We have lots of things that I actually finished up since last time. Oh my goodness, there is a lot. So 6 products I finished up. In terms of things that are staying and haven't been yet used up, only 4 things are remaining from last video, and I will continue using them, of course. They're nice things. And I am including 7 new things. And I'm hoping to move out a whole bunch of products into the empties of my makeup this year. I'm determined, and so far it's been working out really well. Tell me, if you're doing a project pan, what kind of things are you including in your project pan? Did you find a groove of where you kind of are comfortable with the sort of things you're including and you're getting through your makeup? So write down below all the details about how your thing is going. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day and good luck to everybody. Bye bye.